Today we're going to take a look at gap tracking with DataPark. Gap tracking is calculating the current cost for major production inputs and comparing them to expected or target costs. This will help you see if you're adding to or taking away from your profit during any given time period. So what you see here is an example of a gap tracking display from one of our customers. And in this case, the finance department noticed that they were spending above their monthly target for chemicals. We're going to take a look at our display here and see if we can figure out a little bit about why that is happening. So to start, up here at the top, we have an overview trend where we can see the dollars per hour in gap for any given time period. And then we can also see the total accumulation any day, resetting itself at 7 a.m. Down here, we have gap by category, where we can see the dollars per ton for any given category across a time period. And then over here on the right, we have a table with information about each of our different inputs. So for speed, basis weight, furnish, chemical, and steam, we can see the current value, the budgeted or targeted value, and then the gap in either dollars per ton or dollars per hour. You'll notice the dollars per ton value have a nice coloring to them. Red means that you are going above your targeted or budgeted costs, so you are cutting into your profits. And then green means that you're below those targeted costs, so you're contributing to the profit. And then we also have some additional numbers down at the bottom to give you a better idea of how things are going for that day and how things are looking. So one thing that we may notice from our overview trend at the top is that a few days ago, we had a day with a very high accumulation. So let's go ahead and take a look at that period a little closer. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in on that time period. And then we're going to go ahead and take the same time span and apply it to our category trend and below. So what we can see here is that it looks like we have two costs, blue and green, that are quite high. So if I go ahead and isolate those visually, you'll see that they actually go off of our predetermined scales. So if I go ahead and turn on auto scale, what we'll see is that they reach a very high value for 6 or so hours in the day here, and then slowly come back down, leading to the high daily accumulation that we see up here at the top. Now, if we want to look at this in more in depth, we can take a look at an overview trend. I can go ahead and launch that here with this button. And then what you'll notice is that for each of the inputs and then the overall in the bottom right, we can see the actual target and then gap by dollars per ton and dollars per hour, similar to the information we have in the chart in the bottom right. I'm going to turn on always on top real quick, and then I'm going to do that same thing and drag the time span into this trend and then synchronize that with all my other trends. So just like before, we see the same very high accumulation. And then we can see, just like before, that the steam goes quite high with its value, and the same thing with the speed up here. Now we can take a look and see whether or not it's the target or the actual value that's contributing to it. It gives us a little bit more information for us to be able to dive into. Going back to the main trend, let's go ahead and reset these trends real quick. So getting back to what we talked about originally with potential chemical issues, if we go ahead and isolate the chemical tag here, we'll notice that there was a blip in the chemical pricing a few days ago, or the gapping a few days ago, that started around 6 a.m. or so. So we have a graphic specifically for chemical usage that we can launch. This graphic will show us the various addition points across the process. In this case, green means that we're actively adding chemical there. Red means we're inactive. And then a gray spot is potentially an addition point, but one that we're not using currently. We can go ahead and use the playback feature to run our graphic for that time period where we saw the blip. So we'll go back to the previous day and start at 6:30 a.m. And now we're running our graphic as if it were that time. The only major change that I noticed from the original is that this position 1 here went from red to green, meaning that we weren't using it before, but within this time frame, we are adding chemical at that spot. So it's possible that the spike in price could come from using additional chemical unnecessarily or using it in an inefficient spot. That's something that your team can investigate, and now that you have knowledge of, can use forward. So if I hit stop, you'll notice that this one goes back to red, indicating that we're not using it in the current process. Overall, gap tracking is a great way to be able to learn more about your process and have a little bit more of an understanding of how things are working in terms of the dollars and cents at any given moment. Hopefully you find it useful, and feel free to contact us if you want to learn more about this.